So it is Monday afternoon, and I'm just trying to survive. I am super tired. I'm operating on about 5.5 hours of sleep. Worked until midnight. Went upstairs. Went to sleep at like 12:30. Woke up at a quarter to six, and worked all day. Had a big presentation today. It went well, not as well as I would have liked, but it did go well. Um, and I'm just gonna finish out today with Armageddon, and I'm gonna do a 5K, just a what do you call it, a shakeout run. I did 15 yesterday. My legs were very sore. I did fast today until 4:30. I wanted to eat well before I lifted. I can't eat with a full stomach. I usually fast until sometime between like 5 and 6. But it's actually Ricky just rang the doorbell. It is 6 o'clock, and Rick is here to lift. So we're gonna get it in. It is Armageddon today. So let's get into the routine.
Bad teams. At the end of the year, beat New England. Whoa, and Foxborough. They were only 5-11. But you saw blown out as he sets his culture. Bye week, lose closer, competitive. Now start to beat some bad teams, and by the end of the year, went to Foxborough and beat the Patriots. These are best case scenarios. Joe Judge, same thing. Blown out, get a bye, lose close, win a couple, end of the year. The football team, they just need a little more of that, a little bit more of this. Cherish this stuff. Trevor Lawrence, this is a bad team. Outside of a couple of wide receivers, they have some interesting wide receiver talent. There's not much here. Trevor Lawrence, your best player. Then they have a couple of receivers I like. The O-line's a total rebuild. I mean, even Miami and the New York Giants had sides of the ball I like. The Giants' defense for Joe Judge, he inherited some really nice defensive players. Miami, you have Minka Fitzpatrick, Laramie Tunsil, Ryan
just have a horrible team.
Commodities. They didn't trade those.
Like your best player is a rookie quarterback?
They have maybe one receiver they can move. They don't have Miles Jackson, pretty good linebacker. They don't even have commodities. So the good news is they play in the same division as Houston. And the even better news, they open them. And so I think Jacksonville's going to win their opener. I think they're going to beat Houston in the opener. I think they have a better coach, they have a better quarterback. But Jimmy Troy is what you want. And they're 1-15. Troy was 0-11. And that was fast. Hi everybody, thanks for watching. Subscribe to get the latest. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.
Heart rate 49%.
Let's start about the most compelling quarterback battle because we view the San Francisco 49ers as a team and a roster and a coach capable of winning the Super Bowl. And they have a quarterback battle. I won't call it a dilemma. Where you've got the aging, probably hit his peak physically, confidence-wise, Jimmy Garoppolo in one corner, and the fast, quickly improving, hyper-athletic, big arm, moves around, looks like the NFL quarterbacks who are emerging as stars today. In the other corner, Trey Lance. So let's put their numbers side by side through the preseason. Neither blows your way, but again, starters sometimes play, often playing with backups. It looks like Garoppolo overall has been disappointing. Trey Lance more explosive, but he has struggled if you've watched with accuracy. He's completing 46% of his throws. Let me just say this. The only question is, we know Trey Lance.
He doesn't do anything on accident. Everything is strategic with all the moves he makes, from practice to the practice schedule to the guys he wants on his team to the guys who play week in and week out. And I love being around him. He's a real players coach. You hear that term all the time, players coach. Now he's a real players coach. He cares about his players, and most importantly to me, takes care of his bits. I do appreciate that.
Let me ask you this. A lot of people, you've been around this league now for a decade, a 6-time Pro Bowler. A lot of people, myself included, look at the Raiders and say, I just don't know if they have enough playmakers defensively. It's a very good division with a lot of good quarterbacks. When you're around this team, you tell me, what kind of talent do you see? What kind of roster is this? Because John Gruden needs to start winning here pretty quick.
Yeah, this is a more talented roster than you think. You know, it's rare to come across a group where you have a defensive line where both defensive ends are double
Heart rate
digit
57%.
Max Crosby is at double digit sack. Yannick is sack. Okay, that's very rare to come across when you have two guys like that. All right, you got a guy, Jonathan Abram, who's coming into his own. He's learning more and more what he's been doing in training camp. I think he's gonna take the next year. You know, our second round pick, Warwick, I can never pronounce his name right. I can never.
Cam's COVID protocol snafu from a week ago is his last one. There's no reason to sit here and say, yep, that was the one stumbling block, COVID, which derailed his year last year. This year has already been a problem. It hadn't even started yet. That we're not going to have that problem again. Meanwhile, Mac Jones vaccinated, so the odds of him having to deal with it is far lower. So for those reasons, I bite the bullet, start a rookie quarterback against Brian Flores and that excellent Dolphins defense, and hit the ground running, and keep Cam involved. Keep Cam involved with Cam Newton-centric packages, particularly in short yardage in the red zone, so he's a major part of your offense.
Yeah, so I do think that Cam is going to be involved when Mac Jones takes over. But I think Cam starts week 1. We're sorry, you said it was like a heavyweight fight. I did too, but a little bit differently. I viewed it as like a versus battle, like Locks versus Dipset. I'm expecting great things out of Cam, but I'm not going to be shocked if I end up a little bit disappointed. Like, ugh, thought you were going to show up a little bit better here for week 1, 2, and 3. So here's the thing. I start Cam. I ride with Cam, and we always know we're going to go to Mac Jones eventually. Cam got benched 3 times last year, and after every benching, Bill Belichick came out and said, you know what? Cam's still our guy. Cam's still our guy. Cam's still our guy. Even this year, after they drafted Mac Jones, Cam's our guy. And then I think earlier this month, Cam was going, hey, who's your guy? He's like, I said it before, Cam's our guy. He started all 3 games. Cam is going to be the starter. The question for starting, and you sort of brought it up, hinted at it, when do you want to go to Mac Jones? If Cam's winning, I think we stay.
I don't get why more of these players aren't back.
The question to me is, if Cam loses, if Cam is ineffective, what's that gray area where it's like, let's keep Cam.
third man on the roster.
Great, but I still want him in. You know that Saints defense.
Heart rate 57%.
Got Brady in one. That will be a fascinating turn here. If he struggles against the Saints, and then you also have a great Tampa defense coming in with Tom Brady, do you make a move there? I would love, personally, just for the emotional stakes of it, to see Mac Jones versus Brady week 4.
Well, I doubt that would be Mac Jones' first game, first start. I think Cam should have a very short leash. And initially, I was thinking
maybe a slightly too large of an extent. Brady's measurables and his numbers are not a top 10 player in the league and have not been for a number of years. But his coach will mention correctly, but he keeps winning. So why is that? Is there, some good fortune, some good luck, and a lot of help from the officials? Of course. But there's also that je ne sais quoi Bradyism that does seem to work and rub off on his teammates. So last year, Tom Brady had worse numbers, and from a measurable standpoint, is far worse than Josh Allen, right? But nobody on this panel, and not the players, think would have Allen rated higher than Brady. So we are factoring in, and it's not like Allen's team was terrible. They got to the AFC Championship game. So, we are including that. But that in and of itself cannot. Tim Duncan, his final championship with the Spurs, was still a really good player. And leadership was unquestionably important. But you can't say he's the best player in the league.
This is a toilet.
So I'm giving Brady credit. I had him 10. The player got him 7. But that one, he's not 1. He's not 2. He's not
is happening on this list. Those two.
So workout complete, productive workout, not a killer workout. I didn't have great energy today, as I mentioned, but I took a pre-workout that had caffeine in it to kind of give me some lift because I have been drowsy all day. It's just been a long, long day, but managed through it. I didn't miss my workout. I fasted. I think that may be the only, matter of fact, I'm going to say it now. That is the only meal I'm going to have today. So I'm going to do my 3 miles. It's 7:07. I honestly want to be in bed by 8. I'm going to take a quick shower and go to bed. I'm very, very tired. So I need to take an extended sleep to kind of get caught up and recharge my battery and make sure that the rest of the week is productive. But for now, Fareed Fitness signing off.